Good evening. I'm Joe Netherworld, and I'm here with your daily tarot card reading for April 23rd, 2014. It's today's a birthday, a couple of birthdays. My friend and two artists and kind of brother from another mother, Paul Booth. So happy birthday, Paul! And it's a couple of friends from way back from when I was in kindergarten, practically. And I won't mention their names and stuff because they're kind of a little distant now. But happy birthday to all those other people out there. April birthdays are interesting. They created some very interesting people. I met everyone who's got a birthday in later April, mine included. Have a very kind of, it's very strong. They're very Taurus people, and I'm not a big sign person. I don't like do the astrology thing and stuff. But sometimes what it is, they fit that bill more than anything else, and it's a very earthy time of the year. And people who have, have the Taurus energy have some shortcomings, but there are a lot of positive things about them. And if they, I think if anything else, you should kind of pick the best parts of your sign, make them work for you. So it's an earthy, carnal, Taurian. The best part about Taurus is they're hard workers in a lot of ways. And I wish I was a better card shuffler, but I do a good enough job. Anyway, as usual, when you've been watching me, I do a 3-card read for the day, 1 main card, 2 qualifier cards that give, tell the story of the day, the influences that are out there. But I can tell right off the bat today, without even getting into the cards, psychically and, what I felt, what's going on here, we're in, Mars is very close. Mars is a god of war, and the planetary energies that kind of come from this time of the year have been a little confrontational, but it's because also the world is burgeoning for growth. Things have begun to compete with each other for growth. Space in your garden, they're fighting to, there's invisible wars going on in the soil. Little microscopic creatures are, living and dying and eating each other to, make your food. It's not to go on off topic, but I'll go a little bit. This whole vegan thing and whatnot. There's something to be said that there are no vegans because all food, even plants, are born of the death of living creatures. To make fertilizers and things, plants need bones and blood, calcium and phosphorus. They're made from blood and bone. And everything, the soil itself is not neutral. It's not just dirt. It's a living world full of animals eating each other, feasting on each other, creating life out of death. And there's something magical about that aspect of the world where life comes from death. Now, with that said, in springtime, we have a race. It's an arms race. Who's going to get space? Who's going to take control? Who's going to fight the other, wipe each other out? And though there's pretty plants and, cute little daffodils and pleasantries abound, right? Meanwhile, deep within the ground, an inch or two below the surface, there's an arms race. There's Armageddon going on. There's a war for supremacy, for hopefully, the balance is achieved and we don't get funguses and rot and parasites that destroy our plants and our crops and such, So we have to look beyond the veil, look beyond the thin veneer of pleasantries of plants and petunias and see that there's a war going on. That is something to be taken into consideration. No matter what you do, you can't get away from some simple facts of the universe, and that is we're all going to die. Now that should be it's not to be morbid, it's to be blunt and to be truthful, to be realistic. How we live our life on the way to dying is all the difference, and we should try and do that with intelligence and compassion and understanding that sometimes things don't work out in our in our favor, but that doesn't mean we can't learn from that and we can't grow from that as well. So not everything, that's, I think a lot of people have under the mistaken guide, and it's kind of a modern spiritual mumbo jumbo that everything is great and everybody's going to be great. It's like, no, some things are going to be crappy, and some people are just rotten, and you're going to learn that in life. And the quicker you learn that, understand that there are some people who are beyond fixing. They're just best to be ignored, and it's a term I like to use. It's a patented, coined, trademark term of Joe Netherworld, but I like to use the term Zen misanthropy, which is sometimes you just got to get above it. If individuals are bothering you and making you crazy, rise above and realize you're all just nameless creatures turning in the dirt, keeping things rolling, making fertilizer for petunias, and So enjoy the plant and don't mind the fertilizer. On that note, let's see what today's main card is. Right, let's see where we're at today. Enough philosophy. Let's get down to some tarot card reading. Our main card up is this. Our first card is the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is an autumn card. It's a harvester card. It's about decision making, but it's about adding a little bit of intellect and emotional kindness to our decision making. It's not the King of Swords, which is really just about cut that crap out and move forward. The Queen of Swords is a queen and a ruler and a just lawmaker, but there is some compassion and some emotional and some intuition in her. Oh, look at this. So these cards are just jumped in the middle of that. So I'm going to start with the first one up, which is the Emperor, and then I'm going to just go right through these cards. Let these be the third. See, we have to make end the world. At the world, we have the Emperor as these two forces. So if today is ruled by the Queen of Swords, it's about making compassionate decisions. It is about making decisions, though, and being final. I mean, these are cutting and hardcore. You need your sword to protect yourself, and to be your weapon to make the decisions today. The Emperor stands in place because it sort of supersedes the Queen of Swords, and that the Emperor and the Empress, but she's not here right now, are above all kings. It's the Emperor. So, but the Emperor is also not a harsh card, but he does make decisions and balance, and means really what it is saying is your decisions are final today. They're irrevocable, and they are finite, which is good. And the other side of that is the world. So we have the world. Now, what's the world mean? The world means every opportunity could be happening today. It's a lot of randomness. It's about opportunity all over the globe and far-reaching circumstance, but also that you're not trapped by your locality. That you could be anywhere and everything, and that many things are coming into the play here today that aren't singular. They have multiple layers to them. Great, situation to be in. So we're going to be confronted with and have to make some decisions that are they're changing the life of the world and have far-reaching effect here. The Emperor is a guidepost. It's someone that's saying, though you're using your intuition and you have emotion involved in this as well, that there has to be a mathematical. At the end of it, the Emperor is going to back up these things, and it's going to say to you, yes, this decision is final. It's a balanced and true decision. It's a decision made by sword, not by the heart, and these are decisions. So it could be a great day to be looking for a new job, looking for a new love, and to be looking if this is the point in your relationship. There's a big energy here about relationships where you can make the decision, go, we're moving forward. We're taking this to the next level. I want to be married to you, or I want to be with you. We're moving in together, or we're done. We realize this can't go any further. This is a cyclic loop. Decisions have been made. They're final. The Emperor's energy comes in and says, yes, I back you up. This is final. Now, this also can be reflective of being in job situations where you have to make management decisions today and choose how things are going to be throughout a corporate level, a far-reaching level, and you have the upper management beside you. So today's a great day. If you feel it's time to fire or hire some people in your workforce, you have the system, you have the corporation that's going to stand behind you in your decisions. They're expecting you to, though, make those decisions using your brains, your intellect, your intuition, your knowledge, and to be emotionally fair. So there's a lot of responsibility being put on you today, too, as well. So this is a very interesting day where you're expected to make decisions. That is your job. And you do have people will stand behind you and back you up in them, but they're also judging you on your ability to make decisions. Very interesting day today. Don't flip a coin today to make decisions. Use your intellect, your emotions, your knowledge, and your intuition. Feel it and understand it. Sometimes gut feeling is the thing that makes the decision. That added extra quotient, that specialness that couldn't be figured out just on paper. That's what the world's relying on you to do today. Use your knowledge, use your secrets, use your power. So making decisions today, realize they will have, these are not days, don't be trivial, because these will have implications that are going to affect the world and the world around you. So this is not just a, haha, I just flip a coin, I'll fix it tomorrow. No, today is serious. It's not any particular one serious thing we're dealing with. Your decisions have to be serious and well thought out today and emotionally true. So I'm going to leave you with that and let you dwell on that. Any questions, feel free to ask. You call me on Keen, write some comments in here, talk amongst yourselves. That's a great way to find new, I think it's a perfect situation when people ask other viewers what they think, what they got from the reading. It's very enlightening. So I'm going to leave you with that. Go forth, make some great decisions today. Tell me about them too. I love some feedback. It makes me know where I have to go with all this stuff. What you're enjoying and what you're not enjoying. Hopefully you're enjoying all of it, or I'll be very mad at you. So on that note, have a very magical day. See you around midnight tomorrow. Well, around midnight tonight, I guess, right? But either way, I'll be here with your reading. Have a great night.